Okay, so this isn't a video that I want to make or a video I wanted to make, especially this soon into my channel's small to moderate success, but this has to do with the algorithm and basically whether or not I want to continue making the type of content that I am right now on the channel. Now, I started my channel in 2017 and I did a variety of different styles of videos, from discussions box openings to even MTG top 8 videos, and obviously the market movers, which is what actually got the attention of YouTube, and the algorithm, which is actually the ironic thing about making this video, is the algorithm that suggested the market movers is also not really giving me the same suggestions for these videos. I'm not really getting the same views, I'm not really getting the same reach as I was, and I don't really know why that is, and that's kind of why I'm making this video. And hopefully you guys can watch all the way to the end. It's going to be all over the place, so just bear with me on this one, and I thank you so much for actually just clicking on this video. So the videos that I make on a daily basis, the market movers, they take up to 2.5 hours to produce every single one of them. There's a lot of editing that goes into these videos, and I pay for the Adobe Suite, which is around $100 Canadian a month. So and you need an editing program, and I find Adobe is my favorite, and that's why I use it. Now, everything on the channel that I have, I created, from the thumbnails to the banner to the intro. Everything is I've edited and I've created, so I take a lot of pride in that, but there's also a lot of effort that goes into everything that I make on my channel. Now, the market movers are the ones that take the most time and effort to create, and that's fine because that's actually the videos that were picked up by the algorithm. And as long as the algorithm is picking them up, it really made it easier for me to keep pumping them out on a daily basis. Now, none of those market movers are scheduled. I make them the day of, so I can't take a day off. I have to be available to see the data, have to be at home, have to be on my laptop, and I have to check out everything that's going on in the market to produce these on a daily basis. There is no scheduling involved. So for that, there's a little bit more stress into making these videos, which obviously adds to the problems now. Now, I'm at the point now where I don't know why the algorithm is doing what it's doing, because I'm into analytics, I'm into data, and the great thing about YouTube is that they have a dashboard where you can actually go into your analytics and you can compare it to your videos in the past and performance to see how they're doing. And my videos are basically the market movers are doing as poorly as they did when I first started doing them. And I feel like I've fine-tuned them in a way that they're actually more digestible, they're more palatable, and they're better, I think, from an editing perspective now than they were back then. But they're doing worse now, arguably. That's very discouraging, very disheartening, and I don't know whether or not I want to continue making those market mover videos, which is, it's probably going to kill my channel if I do that, and that's why I'm really kind of just bearing my heart out here, because I don't really know what else to do. I don't really know where to turn. There's no good resources. There's no good answers that I found about why my channel is doing worse than it was before. It's really all just an algorithm thing. So I don't really know. The algorithm's always changing, and as a YouTuber, you're always trying to find a way to stay at least one step ahead, or at least understand the algorithm to the best of your abilities. That will help you as a channel. But now I'm feeling really burnt out. This week has been a really rough week on YouTube, and for no fault of my own that I can see. And it's at the point now where I feel like I want to make some other content to replace it, because it's taking up a lot of time and effort, and I'm at the point now where I need to figure out whether or not the time is worth it to make these videos. And it's a hard realization to get to this point, but I feel like I had to make this video. There was a video scheduled for today. It was going to be a Pauper deck tech tutorial, but I'm pushing that out to next Thursday instead, because I feel like this is just a lot more important of a video to put out, and I didn't even know if I was going to put it out. If my video is doing well today, then I would consider that a little bit of a blip. Okay, 3 days of poor performance, maybe that's just average, maybe that's just something that happens every once in a while, even though it's the same content that I've been creating all the time. But no, 4 days in a row, there's definitely something wrong. So I had to make this video, I had to make this rant, and I want to know what you guys have as suggestions. What do you think I should do if I am going to replace that content with something else? And it's a shame because if I know there's a chance my channel could die if I do that, because this was the reason YouTube picked up my channel in the algorithm, and now I might not be able to have the same reach at all. But it's not worth it. The amount of views that I'm getting now for these market movers are about 1.1 to 1.4 thousand views, and my average before that was like 1.6 to 2.2. So that's a substantial loss in reach and views. That's like a 30 to 35% drop off, and it's just if it was one video or two, but like an entire week of market mover videos is, to me, that says there's something wrong, and it's no fault of my own. There's nothing I can really do about it. You know, I get the same engagement as I was before. I'm getting the same amount of likes I was before on my market mover videos. So that's not really helping the algorithm. So whatever it is, it's just not being suggested to more viewers, which is how I'll actually grow, which is how I'll make more revenue on the channel through monetization. Now, if I didn't have the few patrons that I do have, this would have been a no-brainer. I wouldn't even made this video. I probably would have just continued to make these videos if I had a growing patron base. But right now, I do have a few patrons, and I'm very happy for the ones that I do have. But for me to continue making these market movers, I don't know if it's going to be worth my time anymore. And it's sad for me to say, because I don't know if it's good for my mental health to continue to make them if the algorithm is doing what it's been doing recently. And you know, YouTube, the bad side about being a YouTuber is it becomes an obsession at a certain point, and you realize that you ultimately don't have the necessary power, especially as a small content creator. See, look at that. Now the algorithm's affecting my speech. But as a small content creator, you don't really have that power and that reach. So really every little bit helps. If it's people who are joining the channel, becoming a patron, those are the most important tools. And as a small content creator that was trying to grow, now I know that more than ever, especially if the algorithm can giveth and taketh away the way it has been recently. The most important thing is to have patrons, people who are joining the channel. Any little bit of that helps. And if I'm going to continue making the market movers, I need to grow in a way that I can't really do with the AdSense. It's not reliable. CPM, RPMs change, they fluctuate so much. It's just not reliable. So if you made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you so much for listening. This is not a video that I wanted to make. I didn't want to have to stop making these videos as fast as I feel like I have to, but it's getting to the point now where I'm going to reassess after tomorrow, see what happens with the algorithm. If it's shifting better for me in my favor, then that's fine, and I'll continue making these videos. But if by Friday it's continuing down this road, which looks like every video is actually getting worse. It was on a decline since Monday, and that's yeah, it's not easy to take. It's really hard, especially someone who's always just constantly staring at my analytics. I don't think it's healthy. But regardless, I feel like I had to make this video and just unburden myself. So thank you so much for sticking along to the end, and I'll see you, I guess, tomorrow for another Market Movers. Okay.